Assalamualaikum and good day. So, it's just my intention to first start our lecture with a very nice video on, what would happen if we feel the same thing as our aquatic living would feel if they trapped with plastic. So, just a little bit. I think maybe some of you already seen those clips. So, I'll just give you some bonus before we start our lecture. So, let's begin. Okay, so we already know from our first chapter that our water sources and water supply derive from water cycle. So we can see here from the properties of water, we have all the water supply process, sublimation from solid to gas, and then how we get liquid from the gas to liquid through condensation, and then from liquid and how we get ice through freezing, and then of course the other way around. So I think it's a very simple animation. No, the very simple it's animation, by the way. It will clearly show you how the water derive from the cycle. Okay, so we move on to what's in the menu today. So we have a water quality criteria. What is actually water quality? I mentioned this so many times, just to give you a recap of what happened, and then I also will give you a brief on what is, types of water and wastewater, what kind of water that we are going to look into in our lecture, and the types of wastewater. We just knew that the wastewater came out from what we have used, and then we discharge as the water that cannot be used anymore without treatment. And then, of course, the water characteristic that will, they are categorized into physical, chemical, and biological. Okay. So, basically, what is water quality? So, it is actually a basic physical, chemical, and biological characteristic of water that determine its suitability for life or for human use. So, if any of those three characteristics could not be fulfilled or failure in terms of when we analyze to what extent that human can withstand, or the threshold limit, which is the maximum limit that we can stand, or else we'll get sick and we'll die eventually. So that's really determine the water quality criteria. So it really links to the acceptable quality of water with its intended use. So that's why we must have a standard limit to determine the quality of water that's safe to be used and consumed by human and living things, of course. Alright, and then what is commercial water? If you think about the commercial water, it's actually the water that you use every day. The water that you use every day, so that's really how we can define commercial water. That water used for hotel, for commercial activities every day, and also restaurant. Okay, that's a Primula hotel, and you have McDonald's. I can't find a good image for McDonald's in Gomadak, which you might miss, alright, although you have abundance of McDonald's building dekat your hometown, kan? And also we have office building, okay, water used for hotel, restaurant, office building. And then we also have commercial facilities, so such as macam tu kita ada KTC Mall, and then kita ada petrol station, Petronas, and also mosque, temple, rumah ibadat, anything that intended for commercial facilities. And last but not least, institution like UMT and also school. Alright, so here is drinking water. Just now, the types of water supply that we use every day. One is for water supply through tap water, from the tap, and then the other one is the one that I mentioned to you in our introduction class, in chapter 1 or briefing session, which is drinking water. So we can see a lot of drinking water here that you can have a look. So many brands and so many types of drinking water. So what are they? What are these thing doing here? So this is first tap water. You know, our Malaysian tap water is not intended to be used directly because it's not the sector that we really invest on so many, you know, in financial wise to get a really advanced system, unless in a very specific water treatment system which they really implement. But you know, the financial commitment was there as well. And then we also have mineral water. You know, we use this we consume this every day. And then Evian spring water, as I mentioned, the price is high because in the quality of water that we can use to be untuk diminum. Kemudian kita ada juga air minuman, drinking water bottled one, yang ini pakai daripada air supply terawat, gunakan RO. Okay. Kemudian kita ada sparkling water, yang mana air tu macam air masak tapi digunakan carbonated supaya kadang-kadang ada orang nak refresh dia. Kadang-kadang macam saya kembung perut kan, so you just need a hint of sparkling untuk keluarkan angin dari badan. And then ada juga purified water. Apa beza purified water dengan drinking water? There are certain types of all this water dengan certain content of it, which we can have a look, or you can do the job for me. Alright. And then we also have flavored infused water. Kadang-kadang sama juga, kadang-kadang dia sama ada air manis ataupun air tawar. Yang kalau air tawar tu dia just infused dengan all these flavors, strawberry lah, mangga lah, you know, lime, especially lime yang kebanyakan orang suka. And then kita ada juga well water. Ini tak popular kat Malaysia, ini popular dekat overseas lah, digunakan well water. Kemudian apa ni, cold water. Kita selalu cakap ni cold water, sebenarnya ini adalah purified water. Sama juga, cuma it's for convenience. Sekarang kita dah boleh pakai, kita ambil botol tu directly, kita dapat air lah. Okay. Kemudian, kenapa sekarang ni popular juga orang pakai alkaline water? Sama juga dengan Kowe. Dia ada banyak jenis nak pilih. Nak air sejuk ke, air panas ke, and also alkaline water. Sekarang popular. Sebab apa orang go for alkaline water? Kau tengok kat sini, what can alkaline water do for you? Or they neutralize the acidity of the body. Sebab kita punya diet, kita punya everyday living. And then we restore body function by cleaning our cells. And then improve your immune. Sama macam chapter 1 yang why human need that. So yes, it is basically just to neutralize, because everyday kita ni dah makan acid je food, jadi pH tu rendah. So to neutralize kat body kita, ia perlukan alkaline. Tapi sebenarnya tak perlu pun dari sistem. Kalau you belajar science, you all science background anyway. So kita letak je, kita perah je limau, so dah boleh jadi alkaline dah. If you think it that way, though it works actually, it gives the same purpose. Okay, so there are two types of wastewater. Tadi kita bercakap tentang water supply. Kita ada penggunaan commercial water yang kita gunakan, water intended to use for yang lain-lain tu. Kemudian drinking water dah sudah untuk tap water. Sekarang ni kita ada types of wastewater pula. Okay, yang kedua, satu sewage. Sewage tu daripada kita gunakan lah yang tadi tu. Daripada rumah. Kemudian yang kedua daripada industri. Yang pertama tu sewage tu dia straightforward, dan dia punya kriteria tu, karakteristik tu taklah macam bahaya sangat, sebab kita jarang-jarang nak letak chemical dalam kita punya septic tank ataupun sinki rumah. Paling-paling pun mungkin adalah sikit-sikit kita mungkin tanpa sengaja ada leach from our resource breaker ataupun benda hazardous yang kita tak perasan kita buang, you know. And then industrial wastewater terang-terang mengikut kepada apa aktiviti kilang tersebut. Kalau electroplating, banyaklah heavy metal. Kalau kilang kain, banyaklah pigment color. Kalau kilang makanan, banyaklah organik dan sebagainya. Jadi ini bergantung. Tapi maknanya dia punya quality ataupun nature of wastewater tu berbagai. Sebab tu dia punya treatment untuk wastewater pun berbagai jenis juga, ikut apa spek yang kita nak capai semasa akhir discharge tu. Okay, so there's variation in the characteristic of sewage as I mentioned to you just now, and wide variation mengikut kepada the variety of jenis operasi yang dibuat oleh setiap perusahaan itu. Okey, sekarang ni saya nak tunjuk tentang contoh macam mana nak gambarkan dia punya domestic wastewater sewage lah. So, ini adalah gambaran kalau dia ada centralized system daripada kawasan perumahan yang besar. Contohnya macam flat ke ataupun centralized system. Macam ada setengah tempat dekat Gurun Badak ni pun ada. Even dia punya asrama pun ada benda ni. Cuma mungkin tak open pada public lah. Of course, kalau treatment system memang hanya authorized personal saja yang boleh pergi. So, ini gambaran dia, air dia memang colour brownish. Tapi bila dekat sini dengan all this aeration system, diffusion, we will learn all of this. Dia dah tak bau sangat lah. Okay, so ni dia punya contoh. Kemudian, ini adalah industrial wastewater. Ni yang banyak dia punya flow rate dia tinggi lah. Dia punya volume air dia tinggi. So, you can nampak ini yang apa yang mengalir daripada industrial wastewater. Dan saya bayangkan ini air daripada piping dia pergi kepada kolam untuk collection sebelum dia treat. Okay. So, ini yang saya nak gambarkan daripada blue, grey, black. Apa blue, apa grey, apa black. Blue tu adalah air asal yang kita pakai dekat rumah. Kita buka tap water tu, itu air yang cantik tu, yang pure. Okay. Clean water daripada reserve water ke city water ke yang commercial water ke. Kemudian bila kita pakai, kita panggil istilah grey water dekat sini. Okay, iaitu used water from sink, shower, bath and laundry without chemicals. Maknanya yang typical daripada septic tank lah. Okay. Typical daripada sinki kita pakai tu. Maknanya kita basuh sayur lah, apalah kan. Sebenarnya kita filter. Dan kita takkan buang kan macam benda-benda yang dicampur dengan air tu. And then kita ada di sini black water. Black water tu water from toilets or containing harsh chemical. Maknanya kadang-kadang boleh jadi juga dia seepage kalau dia patutnya air tu tak campur dengan air daripada sinki, tapi air daripada toilet pun campur juga. Jadi tak tahu lah macam jadi benda tu. Yang ini mungkin yang bila kita buang benda-benda pelik kat tandas ni, ini yang jadi black water ni. Jadi you go through this clean water, grey water, black water, ada treatment juga untuk itu. Okay. Kemudian, ini yang aktiviti kat rumah kita yang menyebabkan bagaimana kita membentuk kita punya black water, grey water juga. Okay. So, daripada toilet, kitchen, bathroom, laundry ni kita jadikan dia grey water dan black water. Maknanya daripada putih, bayangkan putih, grey tu kepada black, maknanya black paling teruk, grey tu sederhana dan juga putih. Alright. Jadi grey water tu kalau baca kat sini adalah it contain significant contamination macam bakteria ke, mold ke, you can have a look. Maknanya discomfort ataupun illness. Okay. Dirty water from dishwasher yang saya mention tadi atau washing machine ada bercampur dengan sabun lah, macam-macam detergent. Jadi ataupun juga yang boleh leak daripada kita punya septic tank. Okay, kita water table. Dekat septic tank tu toilet overflow dengan urine sebab dia tak buat maintenance. Kemudian dan macam-macam lah. Kemudian black water dia punya explanation yang ada benda lain yang lagi dahsyat daripada grey water. Jadi grey water ni kalau kita tak treat, lama-lama dia boleh jadi black water juga. Okay. Okay, so inilah dia bagaimana kita nak tahu tentang grey water. Sebab kenapa saya buat ni macam extra detail, sebab ini yang dekat dengan kita, yang kita tak sedar, yang selama ni kita banyak menghasilkan grey water daripada that really precious white water yang kita ada dapat daripada itu. Okay, jadi saya nak tunjuk bagaimanakah hubungan antara water cycle kepada water usage, kemudian wastewater dan agriculture. So precipitation kita dapat turun dan kita gunakan untuk irrigation. Kemudian kita gunakan air minuman ke, air untuk operation daripada groundwater dan juga lain-lain. Kemudian kita gunakan maknanya kalau kita pakai air tu kita gunakan untuk agriculture dan kemudian dia jadi wastewater, kita boleh reuse balik, industrial reuse. Dan ini yang berlaku water cycle pun boleh, wastewater cycle pun boleh berlaku kalau kita gunakan sistem yang advance. Dan kita zaman sekarang pun kita pakai teknologi pun anyway. Okay. So kita stop dulu untuk first part. Nanti kita akan jumpa sekejap lagi. Bye.